Hello Sagittarius, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 13th to the 20th. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot. We're figuring out anything that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out, okay? So let's get into this for you. You have got Glam It Up, and it says bringing your A game, hitting the town, making an effort, edgy venue, the finishing touches, and stylish. Now, this one is all about your levels of confidence, okay? It's about your self-esteem. Now, you might have had to have worked on building up your self-esteem, okay? I feel that the atmosphere for you this week, Sag, is actually going to be really good, okay? I feel also with this one that you might be receiving a lot of compliments, okay? I do apologize for the sudden breaks there. Just got a bit of a sore throat today. Right. Okay, so yeah, you receiving compliments, you glamming it up, bringing your A game. You also have the unsaid. So, Sag, someone is trying to make an impression, okay? They are trying, from what I can make out with this, they're trying to impress you, right? It says showing I love you or like you without physically saying it yet, or they haven't said it yet, okay? So keep an eye on anyone around you who all of a sudden decides that they're going to wear, I don't know, their most fancy shirt or their nicest dress, whatever it might be, right? If all of a sudden they've changed up the game and they're paying particular close attention to their appearance, they're trying to impress you, specifically you, Sag, okay? They want to bring their A game. So they're trying to match your energy. They're trying to meet you at your own level. So if you consider yourself as being someone who typically, does take pride in their appearance, right? You're going to clock this person trying to emulate that, okay? They're trying to match you. Okay, right, let's get the tarot on this and we'll see what else is uncovered. Right, can you tell us more about someone trying to impress Sagittarius this week, please? So they're showing you how they feel without them actually saying the words yet, which can indicate that this is a reasonably new person. Okay, let's take a look. Ooh, the Fool, interesting. The Fool, the Tower, and Justice. So we need to clarify that Tower. Kind of love how you're getting three major arcanas here back to back, Sag. That usually does imply that there are huge changes on the horizon, right? Let's find out about that Tower first, because I'm looking at that one and I'm honestly getting the impression that somebody wasn't looking for love, but they have found it, okay? Very, very unexpected. You might be dealing with a Aries, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, or a Libra. You don't have to be, though, of course. It's just the strongest energies coming through. Knight of Pentacles for that Tower. Interesting how that one's come out all squiffy and off balance. Yeah. So usually this person, they are very self-contained, right? They don't typically do the whole PDA scene, if you catch my drift. They're normally very, very reserved. Okay, I feel like you've caught them by surprise here. Yes, very reserved usually. You've got the Emperor that's showing out now. Strong Aries influences here. You might have a strong Aries placement somewhere in your own chart, right? Again, I do apologize for the state of my voice today. It's been a bit of a crazy day so far. But anyway, I digress. This person is exactly how I described. Usually they are very distant from their emotions. That's not to say that they're cold, okay? That they're not a cold person. They're just more comfortable in situations where the topic of conversation is business rather than love or feelings. Okay, that's just who they are. That's just how they handle stuff. Now, I could literally be describing you here as well, Sag. Maybe catching feelings has caught you off guard. Okay, someone's been caught off guard 100%. Whether this is you or them, you've been caught off guard. Okay. There is no question about that at all. Now, this justice energy, it feels to me a lot like a new soul contract. Okay, what's this justice? Because I'm suspicious that that's a new soul contract. The Six of Pentacles off balance, yeah. So it might well end up being a new soul contract with this new person, Sag. It's possible. The Six of Pentacles has come out off balance because either you or they are at the tail end of wrapping something else up at the moment. Okay. That's why someone's been caught off guard. Because they're still in the process, possibly, of finishing up something legal here. Like, let's imagine this is a divorcee, right? They could be at the tail end of that divorce. Do you know what I mean? The Tower, Justice, Emperor, Six of Pentacles off balance, right? Everything about this feels like they're not emotionally involved in that situation. They are financially and legally involved in that situation, but they're currently in the process of tying all that off. Okay. Can you please tell us about this Fool? So they weren't expecting anything new, or you weren't expecting anything new here. The Tower again. I feel like it's been a bit of a shock to the system for both. I'm also understanding this as you're mirroring each other's energy. Okay. You are, that there is a close soul tie here. Tell us more about the Fool and the Tower for Sag. Thank you. Ten of Pentacles. Couldn't make it up, literally. The Ten of Pentacles. So, yeah, someone is leaving, or in the process of leaving, a long-term situation here, right? Was not expecting to enter into another one at all. It feels like a bit of a rug pull, but in the best way possible. Okay. I am going to ask, who is this person? I need to find out, who is this person that's shown up? Yeah, the Two of Cups off balance. You see that? Anything else? The Six of Cups also off balance, and it's landed right on top of that one. It might well be someone that you used to deal with a long time ago. Maybe. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Honestly, Sag, if this is a person that you used to deal with, and they moved on, you moved on, right? They're now going through what looks like a separation. It indicates that the feelings never truly went away. Do you know what I mean? Like the feelings towards you, that they were always there. Because I'm looking at this combination and I'm seeing the flame never died out. The flame was always there, burning away in the background, somewhere. Okay. Catalyst, the real deal. Holy shit. Holy shit, Sag. They see your light, a total keeper, genuine, compatible, authentic, healthy, and a good choice for the catalytic energies. Okay. Yeah. Whoever this is, Sag, and obviously I don't know the circumstances behind what happened between you two before. Okay, I do not know any of that. I'm not a psychic, I'm an intuitive. I can only read the current strongest overall energies. Okay. The catalyst has been, and I don't want it to sound bad, okay. It feels on an energetic level like they tried to replace you, or they tried to find someone who could match up to you. And they've not been able to do that, okay. It sounds awful. It sounds awful for a whole multitude of different reasons, right? But again, I've got to give you the message that's coming in, okay? I'm not going to judge you either way. They have tried to replicate what they had with you in situations elsewhere, and it just never happened. It just never worked out. Of course it's not going to work out, right? And nor is that really fair on the other people that they were dealing with, okay? Like, it isn't fair to do that, okay? That's been the catalyst here. Because they see your light. They see that you're their person, okay? They see that you're genuine. You are that genuine soul connection that they're not going to be able to replicate anywhere else. That's just impossible. I feel whatever's happened here, Sag, maybe on some level, maybe that was needed. Maybe it was necessary for them. Maybe it was necessary for both. Okay, you are mirroring each other's energy to a certain degree here. Can you tell us more about this catalyst? Oh, holy Ace of Cups. Now, I don't know if you saw how gentle and how subtle that card was when it came out of the deck. So it just goes to show, doesn't it? It just goes to show, Sag, this person has never stopped having feelings for you. You might have grown up with this person, with that Six of Cups being there. You could have been, I don't know, like childhood sweethearts or something. Maybe. All right, there is definitely that past connection there. 100%. They see your light. They see that you're a total keeper. They see that, yeah, you are one of their soulmates. Can you tell us more about this catalytic energy for Sag? Hanged Man. They were foolish. They were idiotic. They did nothing with it or about it. When they had the chance, when they had the opportunity, they were just sitting on their hands. I kind of feel like now they've reached the point where they're like, you know what? I can't sit on my hands with this anymore. I can't do it. Ooh, okay. Blind spot the hammer. Sabotage rebuilding. What's that word? I can't read that. It looks like interrogation. Repetitive, persistent, and working on it. In your blind spot, Sag. So they're wanting to rebuild, they're wanting to work on it, they're wanting to fix things with you. Because I'm looking at that and I'm getting, they want to repair the structure. The structure of the relationship, the structure of the connection. It's like they're asking you, please tell me how I can fix it. Okay. Oh, yes, the Five of Cups. Of course, yeah. Someone's fucked up somewhere. They did. They did, didn't they? They screwed up somewhere along the lines and now they're wanting to rectify things with you. That's why you've got the hammer in your blind spot. Look. Ace of Pentacles is coming out in the reversed position. They know exactly the gravity of what they've lost. They know it. Or if, because we've got to bounce back to the start of your reading now, Sag. If this is a person that you have recently just met that's trying to impress you, then I feel that they are avoiding making the same mistakes of their past in the connection or in the relationship with you. Okay, so take it as it resonates, because a good 50-50, like that, there's a clear split here. Half of you guys are dealing with a person that is new to you, and the other half is definitely dealing with a person who you've known for a really long time. And that there has already been that romantic connection there. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I always say you have to use your discernment with the general readings. Because as readers, we can see multiple different energies coming in and out at the same time. We've just got to give you all of the information that we can see. All right. Okay. What's working for you? I was not expecting a love read. I genuinely was not expecting that in your reading today, Sag. Like, the oracle decks that I'm using are completely random for every sign. It's just whatever deck is wanting to speak. The other, for what is working for you, an admirer from afar. I fucking told you. I told you. An admirer from afar, a fork in the road, option interested in, another or other man or women. Okay. The other. It's definitely an admirer. No question. It's absolutely, this person is extremely, extremely interested in you. They are wanting to know as to whether or not you're dealing with someone else. I suspect that that's why it's come out as the other. Because that's kind of like third wheel type energy, almost. Yes, they're trying to figure out, okay, is Sag single? Is Sag dating? Is, you know, what's up with Sag? What's going on with Sag? Are they available? Would they be interested in me? So what's working for you, Sag, is if, this big, huge, massive if you're interested in this individual, Give them a sign. Because they're looking out for it. They're looking out for some sort of signal. Okay? Sag here has just given me a green light. And obviously, if you're not interested, then give them the red light. Okay? Again, use your discernment. Every day of the week, use your discernment. They're waiting for some sort of clear signal from you. I feel like they're trying to figure you out. They're trying to figure out your intentions as well. Okay. 9 of Cups. There it is. For what's working for you. Literally, Sag, you're being told to follow your heart. With the 9 of Cups. Do what it is that makes you happy. Okay. Beautiful. How this is likely going to play out, this separation here. Now, we've already identified that somebody is going through a separation. That was one of the first things that we clocked. So, this message can easily be reinforcing that message of, okay, yeah, so they are definitely separating from whoever else they were dealing with. That is absolutely going ahead. That is a situation that cannot and will not be rectified at all, ever. Okay. That situation is a done deal. All right. This can also indicate something else, which is what the card is saying. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning and unsure of the future. I feel like they are trying to close this gap. They are trying to orchestrate a union. Okay. Because they don't want this separation. They don't like not being with you or not being around you. They genuinely do not like that at all. Can you tell us more for Sag, how this is likely going to play out? Interesting. So it feels like the entire deck is wanting to come out, right? Which usually indicates to me that this person has got a lot that they want to say. They've got a lot that they want to do. And they're feeling a little bit panicked. They're feeling a little bit rushed. Almost like time is working against them. It carries the energy of, time is a luxury that I don't have. I have already wasted too much time as it is. I need to see Sag, I need to speak to Sag, and I need to do it now. Okay. 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Wands for how this is likely going to play out. I am under the impression here, Sag, that their next move towards you is going to be through a mutual friend that you have. Okay. They're also saying with this combination, and I freaking love this one for you, Sag, that they are going to be respectful of your answer. So if you say to them no, then they're not going to push that. Okay, they're going to be respectful of you saying no. If you say yes, then of course, still respectful. They are going to operate within your boundaries. Do you know what I mean? So this is going to be the perfect opportunity for you to set those ground rules. Okay, either through your words or through your actions. Set those ground rules. Because it's extremely likely that this individual is going to be respectful of your decisions and of the rules that you put in place. Okay? Yes. I love that. The 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, a solid structure, stability, that sense of belonging, celebration, harmony, okay, can indicate marriage. Again, if you suspect that you're dealing with a soulmate of any type, then you've got 1111 here as well, okay. just literally two people who genuinely feel and know that they belong together. Okay, that's the Four of Wands, and that's your strongest overall energies. So if you still harbor feelings for this person, they 100% still harboring feelings towards you. If this is someone new and you find yourself sort of giving them the side eye a little bit and going, are you trying to impress me here? You're absolutely correct. They're trying to impress you. There is definitely this recognition that's going on that deep soul level, okay? Whether this is someone new or someone like from your past, there is that strong bond there still, that strong connection that can only come from that soul recognition, okay? That's literally your strongest overall energies. Okay. Nice. So let's take a look at some healing messages or guidance for you then. Can you have some healing messages for Sag, please? Tell me when. Okay. The Vanishing Mirror, Ego Sublimation. I can't speak today. Where is my book gone? Oh, let's stretch over. Right, number 58. Let's have a look. Okay. Ego sublimation. We'll find out what that is in a minute. Letting go of self-centeredness. Is that what's going on here, Sag? Are they releasing that self-centeredness and realizing actually this connection is far more important to me than what I had previously anticipated it was? It's possible. And becoming a vessel of possibility. Okay, so it says, do you ever wonder if your self-definition has become too rigid, too fixed around what you've come to learn, so that you contract your life into zones of safe versus unsafe? I.e., this over here is okay, but that over there, well, that might be too risky. Judgment, fear, self-righteousness, and overconfidence are only some of the traits that keep you from evolving. Now remember, Sag, you can take on these healing messages from either side of the table, okay? You can go, actually, yeah, I do think I do that. I do feel like I do those things. So I'm going to take that healing message on board for myself. Or you can go, no, that doesn't sound like me. That sounds more like the person that I'm dealing with. So that's fine. You can flip it and apply it to them instead, okay? We are all products of our conditioning. So remember that this is part of the human experience, yet you're not meant to remain static, seeking only what you expect. Even if it appears ambitious, it is still too narrow. You go nowhere when you hesitate to move out of your comfort zone. When you focus too much on yourself in this way, then you become an ego. You become a servant of the ego. It edges God out, or it edges your higher self out, or it edges the universe out, okay? Which removes the magic of possibility. Imagine looking into a mirror and seeing only what you are now. If you can let your self-definition soften, moving beyond the veil into your potential, a magical emptiness exists where all things are possible. Look again. Who could you be? What would you see reflected if you allowed yourself to be other than how you define yourself now? So it's basically asking for either party, either you or your person, to reflect on how you define yourself. Nothing less is required of you. In this moment, let go of who you think you are and allow a new you to emerge. You will recognize yourself as what you are, which is a partner in co-creation, in service to the divine. And doesn't that feel good? Yeah. Wow. So someone's illusions of self are being shattered You want to know what always happens after that, Sag? A new version of self is rebirthed, basically. Maybe there's a bit of an ego death that's going on for someone. Is that what was going on with the person that you're dealing with? Have they gone through that recently? It's possible. I'm not going to take anything off the table because pretty much anything is possible. Okay. Right, so let's take a look at some cheeky words of wisdom from the shitty deck. Obviously, swearing and sarcasm can definitely be expected. Toxic people love to stir shit up and create a cesspool of shit. But no matter what they say about you and no matter how they try to take you down, always know how you're the shit. Okay, Sag? And hold on to the people who tell you shit to your face and who keep it real. Those people will be your ride or die when shit starts to go down, but will always knock some sense into you when you start acting shitty. Yeah, that's a reminder about the importance of not surrounding ourselves with an echo chamber. Okay. Echo chambers are never healthy. It's always good to have differing opinions coming in and, you know, hey, I would much rather someone tell me, like, you're acting like a bit of a shit, knock it off, than them just allowing me to keep doing the same things. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I much prefer having friends like that would tell me to, like, knock it off. But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal reads with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that should be in my description box below. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.